Call this meeting to order as past president, which I'm allowed. What time is it?
2:10.
2:10 p.m. The first thing we want to do is start the pledge. If everyone will rise that can rise. And we'll face in Washington, D.C. is a flag. And so we will pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And the reason Joe and Dan are in a salute is they're past military and they are permitted to, without cover, salute. And we appreciate their service. Yes. At this point, we would like to have an invocation, and Anthony is going to give us that invocation.
All right. It is me.
Go ahead.
We pray that we close out the year well, and we start off this coming year, 2021, and do really wonderful things and grow the club and be there for each members as well as the Rotary International. So let us take a brief moment and thank God for all the wonderful things that have happened in our lives this past year, and pray for all the great things we want in our lives in the coming year. And pray for our members who are physically present here with us, and pray for all the Rotarians around the world doing wonderful things. Amen.
Amen. Introduce visiting Rotarians. We have 2 visiting Rotarians, and that is past District Governor Joe and past District Governor Dan. And they are very, very close to our club in that they help with the formation of our club. And then we have 2 non-Rotarian guests, and that is Linda Krupski and Nancy Hartkop. And on something last night, I reversed your last names, and Carolyn caught me. I had typed your names together so many times, it's like Dan and Joe are one entity. You are one entity, and so I got your names backwards. Yeah, I know. I know, that's why I'm doing it. And so, Linda and Nancy, we're going to defer the correspondence for the meeting. We're going to defer announcements unless someone has something vital that has to be announced. We're going to defer committee reports. Good news, bad news, we can defer too, but normally Rotarians give a donation for something extra special that's happened in their lives, like he'd give $100 for starting the restaurant, you know, and real estate agents give, you know, sometimes at clubs give 100 when they've done a closing. So if you can do this online, or you can write a check and mail it in, $1 for, you know, a kid not getting stopped by the police and getting a ticket, you know, $5 because he actually got a D and passed college, you know. Any of these things are good news, bad news. And then people just make donations. The first thing we're going to do is the Paul Harris Fellow confirmations. So we do have people here that can do that. We have Joe and Dan, and I guess this is the older version of, I assigned some people on the newer version. So let me pull up this, share the screen, and pull this up and scroll up for the Paul Harris Fellow section. And everybody can see it. And I will do Gloria's part here because I am a past president. And is it sharing? It is sharing with you, Joe and Dan?
No, not really. Our laptop needs help, but that's
okay. Yeah, Karen, can you see it? Have I shared it?
I can see it. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. And Mark has come on. So the presentation of Paul Harris Fellow recognition is the Rotary Foundation's way of expressing its appreciation for substantial contribution to its humanitarian and educational programs. It is named for our founder, Paul Harris, a Chicago lawyer who started Rotary International with 3 business associates in 1905. Governor Dan, could you get the next paragraph?
Well, it's named for our founder. It wasn't until 1917 when International President Hartkop had the foresight to begin. The Rotary Foundation. We moved closer to world peace and goodwill today as Odette Constant and Missy Stockham become Paul Harris Fellows. Joe Kelly becomes a Paul Harris +1. Marc Harris becomes a Paul Harris +4.
And he only had coffee.
Well, all those Harrises don't help. Congratulations, Mark. You didn't know this was happening, I don't think.
No, I didn't. You're right. Thank you.
Okay. I didn't know until the pin arrived. So, Joe, go ahead.
Okay, the gifts to the Rotary Foundation's educational and humanitarian programs are a commitment to peace and to a better life for people across the world whom you and I may never meet. It is a truly selfless action and demonstrates your commitment to our common goals of world understanding and peace. It is because of gifts and commitments that our Rotary Foundation is able to carry out an array of programs that achieve beneficial changes in our world, improve living conditions, increase food production, better education, wider availability of treatment and rehabilitation for the sick and disabled, new channels for the flow of international understanding, and brighter hopes for peace. In becoming a Paul Harris Fellow, you join a family of well over 950,000 Paul Harris Fellows worldwide. Besides several members of our club, you stand with notables such as Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela, Prince Charles, Indira Gandhi, Luciano Pavarotti, I should be able to say his name, he's Italian, and Pope John Paul II. All of whom have been recognized for their devotion to the ideal of goodwill and peace and understanding.
Carolyn isn't here, but we'll let Anthony read the next paragraph.
Okay.
It gives me and the other members of this club great pleasure to present you with this emblem as a symbol of appreciation to say thank you for making a difference in our community and in the lives of less fortunate people around the world. We congratulate you and we thank you for your commitment to the programs of the Rotary Foundation.
Okay, I'm gonna, and Carol, what I need to explain here is that Carolyn actually paid for these. Carolyn gave these awards.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna pin you.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. You won. If you know you're not here.
Okay, I got an award. Oh, how cute.
Very nice.
And Mark has a very this one is for Odette, who couldn't be here, for her work in Haiti and the orphanage. And Chris can take it. And where's the others? Okay, the other two. Marc Harris, this +4 is yours.
Thank you.
This +1 is Joe Kelly's.
Right.
And later we'll have to get, when Carolyn gets here, we'll have to get pictures of Carolyn because she's the one that gave the points to do this for us. I'm just a conveyor. We also have then the inductees. Carolyn is also involved in this. Carolyn is the one that nominated the nominees, and we're stuck without Carolyn. And do we have an ETA on Carolyn?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because then we have the,
here already.
yeah, if someone will check with where she is. This is why we don't meet. This is why we're virtual. Is that when you come from the villages or Lake County, you have to deal with that. And that may be them right now. So we would, nope, that may be Gloria. Okay. Carolyn is needed for the other, for the both the induction and
Yes.
the Paul Harris Fellows, I mean, the new members.
Phyllis, any news on the two we were working on?
I'm still in correspondence on that.
Okay.
I'm also talking with the Rotary International President's Office
Right.
about that. Mark Maloney, the Rotary International President, I asked him to have his secretary contact me, and she emailed me, but we've not spoken in person.
Gotcha.
I wanted to share some of the things, you know, while we're doing this time, is to let the members know what these things are, and Joe can probably contribute, is some of these things on this pin. It's there. This pin over here is the bequest, and it's a 6 bequest. Joe, can you explain that one?
Yeah, a person becomes a bequest society member if they, in their will or trust, leave $10,000. That's level 1, of course. Level 2 is 25,000, et cetera, as it goes up. You get the round pin with, I think, 1 diamond, or whatever they claim to be a diamond. That's a bequest. And the other one, the one here that you have a Paul Harris Society, the one with the little chevron on it. Paul Harris Society person is somebody who says that they will give $1,000 every year to the Rotary Foundation. And you get the little chevron. And the one that looks like a baseball diamond with the 1 diamond in it is major donor. Major donor means you have given $10,000 in cash over the lifetime that you've been a Rotarian. You don't have, unless you happen to win the lottery and you want to get some tax write-off, you know. Other than that, usually it's over the lifetime that you've been a member. So if you become a Paul Harris Society person and you give $1,000 a year, or $85 a month, and you can do it on your credit card, you can become, in 10 years, you can become a major donor. You can't, even though you get, people give you a Paul Harris Fellow, it has to be a cash donation by you to become a major donor. What else do you have on there, Phyllis? You know,
The Rotary International representative gave me one year. The year you were president, I believe. And I have some of the other.
When you went to the convention, this the one, obviously the Atlanta one, that
right
with the big A on it.
Your year, yeah.
Yeah. And then this was last year's pin, 2 years ago. I think that's Jerry's pin.
Right.
You have in the upper corner over here.
And I have an actual Paul Harris Fellow medallion.
Medallion, which doesn't come anymore. You have to buy it. Every year there's a new pin out. This year's pin is open opportunities, I believe, right? Yeah. So usually when the club, when the district governor comes or sees you or whatever, you get the new Rotary theme pin.
Great. Well, thank you. We're at the point of Gloria doing the new members.
Okay.
And so if we will go to the new member section, I didn't know about it enough. So introduction of new members, and Gloria is the first speaker there. No, it's another page. We're past that.
Okay.
Let me go to the share the screen back again so that you can see the information, and it's not wanting to click. Share screen. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong button. We're back in, nope, we're not there. We're there. Okay, share screen. And I will pull this down here to the induction of new members. Well, we also needed to rate for Carolyn. Is she on her way?
Yes, she's almost here.
Okay.
Go ahead and continue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what we can do without Carolyn is the induction of officers.
Yes.
So Carolyn.
You want to go to? Okay.
The changing of the guard program. So let's
give it that.
This is why we confront.
Put pages on this.
Speaker third.
This is it right here.
Oops.
Yeah, here we are.
Guard.
Next to the last page.
Okay.
Well, my machine is really here.
Changing of the guard. Dan? No.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're trying to get our screen set up with yours. The machine, our machine. There we go. There you go.
Let me just sit and read.
Yeah, sit and
Okay.
read real loud.
Okay. Installation of Rotary Club President Antoney Manipadam.
Yeah.
You have been selected by the members of this Rotary Club to guide its affairs during the coming year. You have been entrusted with an important responsibility that will help shape your club's future. Incoming President, you have been elected to the office of President of Rotary eClub of Florida by its members. It is an expression of their confidence in your leadership.
Okay.
Okay, so Anthony, we need you to stand up.
Yes, I am up.
Oh, you're standing, yeah, well, yes. Okay, we need Anthony to say, the oath for the president. I, Anthony, say your name.
I, Antoney Manipadam,
Yes, do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
execute the office
to the office
of President of the Rotary eClub of Florida.
the President of the Florida eClub.
And I will do to the best of my ability,
And I will do to the best of my ability,
give support and assistance,
to support and assist
to the district governor
the district governor
and to Rotary International,
and to the Rotary International.
and that I will uphold the Constitution and bylaws of this club.
And I will uphold the Constitution and bylaws of this club.
Okay, so do you want me to read the next part, or you want Dan to?
Oh,
This is the new pin.
I thought you said I gave him mine.
Yeah, but
No, the installation of the officers and the directors of your club.
Okay.
Okay.
Are they there?
Are they there? Oh, he's gonna give him his pin first, okay.
he is here.
Yay,
Dr. Karen is online with us,
okay.
and Gloria becomes the past president. We have the president-elect, treasurer, and then the secretary is here also, Missy. So
Okay.
get y'all to stand here
Okay,
or
if you all stand as a group, we can take a group shot.
behind over here, Amy.
Oh.
You're a
I'm
past president. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I can see you now. Stand together.
Yeah, the light over there on the other side was bad. And then I'm some offices, but I didn't get a pin, so.
That's okay. Are you ready now?
At least you didn't take my trolley.
Okay, to the incoming officers and directors, you have been elected to the important positions in the administration of the Rotary eClub of Florida. This is an indication of your fellow Rotarians' esteem and confidence in all of you. They also believe you will uphold the high traditions of your club, and you will give the best of your executive ability to the furtherance and interest of your club and the carrying forward of the object of Rotary. Will you fulfill, okay, I guess you got to raise your right hand. Will you fulfill the responsibilities of your officers to the best of your ability and in accordance with the Constitution and bylaws of this club? You have to say, we will.
We will.
Yay! Therefore declare the new officers and directors installed and give President Anthony the gavel as a symbol of the transfer of the administration of this club.
Okay.
To the outgoing people, you are retiring from the administration of your club. Your continued active involvement in this club is extremely and highly encouraged. Thank you for all your serving. Okay, almost immediate past president, your show to give it to Anthony.
I got it.
You got it. Yay. Thank you, everybody.
We go home, yeah, meeting adjourned.
We want to get a picture. If y'all can stand back over here together real tight. And we'll get a picture of the screen.
Aaron, you'll have to
Yeah, I'll let
get
the
it in later.
Yeah, just a second, let me get a report in there. Yep. There you go. Okay.
Look on the.
Okay. Joe and Dan, smile.
Look on the computer, please. Missy.
There,
Thank you. We got that.
you got that picture. Thank you, everybody. Congratulations.
And have we heard anything about Helen yet?
She is almost here.
You can have one of those.
That's like glorious.
Okay.
Go ahead and you do my award.
Yes, go ahead and
Okay.
do your awards.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Gloria has some awards to give, and I
Yes.
have certificates also. We can get pictures
Okay.
of all the certificates afterwards. I also have, if you've got your dues with you, then we will have the membership award certificate.
Where are you now?
$325.
So the first award that I have is an Exceptional Participation Award. And I have to say that this person was exceptional. Just to tell you real quickly, this scenario, his wife was ill, but you know what? He attended the meetings that he could, but he still gave a lot of valuable input. And this person doesn't know he's getting this award, but this person has an abundant amount of experience with Rotary. Marc Harris.
Oh, thank you.
Very nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Even spelled my name right. Great.
Yay!
That's because I did it.
Yes, right.
Thank you.
Okay, I have a couple other exceptional awards. They aren't present now. I don't think they're on the phone, but this particular person, she has run the Haiti, what do you call it? The orphanage, thank you. And she's done so much for the community that I could not let it go by where she was not recognized. So Odette Constant Award, exceptional participation.
That's wonderful.
And she's here in Lake Mary, but she has to administer infusions and stuff all day long to elderly patients, and she's supervising all of her employees who do medical service.
Yeah.
So that's why she couldn't make it. She had planned to be here.
Right. And then we have another individual getting exceptional participation. This person helps the community in Orlando around Pine Hills. She's done so much. I don't know if Phyllis, you want to add a couple of things that Barbara Ansar is receiving another exceptional participation award. So congratulations, Barbara.
Barbara has Charity and Love Foundation, and she used to be for 35 years, like Mark used to be 30 some odd years with HUD as a director. She has been 35 years, I believe, with Division of Services with the county, and she provides service to the elderly, especially free food, free electric bills when you run out of electric, sort of like some of the things you provide, but then she also gets some assistance in many other areas. And so she has one of our little free libraries at her location, but she is constantly calling me and telling me, here's someone who might be interested in Rotary. Here's somebody who might be interested in Rotary. And it's just a matter of a lot of those need a gift to be able to join Rotary.
Okay, this is a special award. It's a club service award. And this person, she probably could get the Volunteer of the Year award because she helps out in our district. Anytime they need someone, she's there. In addition to that, she helps with the free little library. Little free library. Let's get that twisted. But you know, exceptional club member, and I wanted to award this to Amy.
Amy, why don't you come this way?
Okay. Yeah. Surprise, surprise. Oh, we're not supposed to shake hands, but anyway, yes, like this.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then I have one for Carolyn. Should I wait until she comes or just go ahead and announce it?
Yeah, you think she's
Wait,
nearby?
okay. I'll wait till she comes. Okay, should I go ahead and give the up? Okay. Now, this is a special person. I'll probably cry when I describe this. This is the Rotarian of the Year for our club. And she has helped so much. Even like today, you could tell. I mean, she just organizes. She knows the bylaws. Anytime you have any questions, just, okay. This person, I mean, she does the free, it's a little free library. And even though she has been through some stumbles, she's still there. And sometimes I think, oh, well, she's in the hospital or she's not feeling well. And then I get a phone call from her and she's like all perky. And but she is definitely the Rotarian of the Year. She, you know, I can't say enough about her and guidance. And Antoney, you'll be so pleased with her because she knows everything there is to know about Rotary. So I give this Rotarian of the Year award to Dr. Phyllis Olmstead. Thank you. Yay, let's give her standing ovation. It's been so wonderful.
Congratulations, Phyllis.
Thank you.
Smile.
Real quick. And so I asked her, I said, well, what award do you give to someone that,
Oh, these have to be signed.
yeah, I know. You can tell. I have a gator cover for you.
Oh, a gator face mask?
Yeah, I was thinking, what could I get her?
Oh, thank
she
you.
doesn't have. Do they have Rotarian?
Oh,
ones?
I made one of the gator ones.
Oh, you did?
Well,
Oh, here it is.
Rotary ones. I made one the day they started recording.
Yay,
Oh, there it is.
yeah.
I'll have to show y'all.
Okay. But thank you. Thank you, everyone that received an award.
Nice that it was given to me by Dr. Linda's mother.
Yeah, Dr. Linda's mother, yeah.
So there I am.
Yeah, yay!
Now that's scary.
You're welcome. Okay.
Yes.
And if you'll sign all those papers too.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
I mean, she's been around the corner for so long.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I should go get her.
It's a long ways
does
from
she
the
come
villages.
Oh, she's coming.
Yeah.
You know what she did? She came on 46 with the construction.
And yeah, I mentioned to her,
Oh.
and they did too. They got lost on that too. So.
Today's the 11th, right?
Anybody who hasn't, Karen, I'm speaking to the choir. You've sent your dues in. I think there's 3 people here that need to do their dues.
Online, or can I write you a check today?
It's more online. In person, it's less.
Yeah, I can do my donation too.
Yes, your donation. Wonderful. And we are, Joe, can you tell them what we've accomplished in the club this year?
I'm going to do that. Well, besides doing your district grant with the human trafficking and the signs and that you put up, which is really very, and had it in different languages. So that was very impressive club. Also, your club has attained 100% Paul Harris Fellow, which means that at one moment in time, everybody has a Paul Harris Fellow. You will get a banner probably when they're ready to send them out. The hard part is that RI is not working at its headquarters. Any supplies are not there. But your club has been recognized as a 100% Paul Harris Fellow Club for the year 2019-2020. And
Seeing as we're an electronic club, can we get that electronically?
you're right. Well, we can
We'll take pictures.
and send it to you.
Yeah.
As of last week, it changes every day. Your club was number 3 in annual giving in our district. So I congratulate you. That will change as the people get their money in by the end of the year. So congratulations on doing everything you've done for the Rotary Foundation, and keep up the good work, because obviously doing good in the world is the Rotary Foundation motto, which is what we need to do, keep everybody happy and safe. So I thank you for all the things that you have done. For your information, the district applied for a disaster response grant, which is only up to $25,000. The Rotary Foundation let $3 million go out to give each district an opportunity to come up with this $25,000. Our district took the $25,000 and gave $5,000 to Advent Health, $5,000 to Orlando Health, $5,000 to VA at the hospital in Orlando, $5,000 to the Leesburg Hospital, and $5,000 to the Village Hospital for them to help them with their masks and face shields and all the other stuff that they need to get going and helping us with COVID-19. So clubs, yeah, so we have been very active around with the COVID-19. We're trying to help those clubs that didn't use all their district grants money. Let's say you had a district grant out and you didn't use it all. Let's say you had 1,200 out and you only used 600. I gave the club back the 600 and told them to do something locally. So some of them bought to their local rehab centers. They bought face masks, sanitizing stuff, things that they needed to keep everybody safe. So I thank you for everything. The district has done a lot. Hopefully we did a lot of good for our local people in our area. So that's basically where we are right now. We have a grant in for COVID-19, but it won't be funded until July 1st because we're out of DDF this year. We spent it all, which is good. It's always good to spend our DDF or designated funds. So it will happen July 1st, which are buying more equipment for the hospitals that they need to sterilize the rooms and keep sanitize the rooms.
We gave 50 masks to the Haiti program. I mean, not for her Haiti program, but for Odette, for her local nurses and the elderly that they serve. And then we gave 50 to Charity and Love, which is in Pine Hills, for their elderly that come in that are unable to have masks and that get the food.
Well,
she's here, so Carolyn has to ride.
All on Rotary Club Central that we've given, but that everybody else knows what we have done. And I'm asking all clubs to do that.
I've put up most of the things, but we've done so many little projects that it's hard to put them all up on there.
But that you've done everything to help your community.
Yeah, and there was something in addition that we did with them. I can't remember, but if you have anybody that has any projects they want to do, we are joining the Rotary Club of Lake Nona Lunches Global Grant. That paperwork was sent in. And so we're giving our 580, and that'll buy 58 of the smart thermometers. Now, we don't know where they're going to tell us to distribute them. I'd love to distribute them in Pine Hills and with for those patients there, elderly, and for the Charity and Love program also. So we'll see how they have us distribute the 58 thermometers. We have guests.
Yes.
We have an extra special guest. We have are you still a Rotarian or are you not a Rotarian? Did your club close? You paid them?
Somebody paid my dues.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So he's a visiting Rotarian from, what are you called up there? The club. The Villages South or dinner? The Villages. And then Carolyn is a member here, and we just did the Paul Harris Fellow Awards, we did the Club Awards, and you'll be able to see it in the video. And then we've been holding off on this other award for you to be here.
Okay.
And so if you want to, it's best if you stand over here for light, because it darkens you against that glass. So if you'd like to stand or sit over here, over there. Mm-hmm. Well, we could turn a chair around and let her sit over there. Mm-hmm. This is special. This is very special, and Carolyn arranged it.
Come there. Come through here.
Good restaurateur.
Yeah.
can say he's done that before.
Right here. Okay. It may be too close. We might have to back you up.
Hello, Carolyn. It's Mark.
Oh, this is
Good to
great.
see you.
That's perfect. Yeah, and then we will have two people with her. Okay. And we have the presentation now. If you'll look at the ones, Joe and Dan, the new member, honorary members.
So go, okay.
Got the speech?
In here.
Okay.
Okay, when I moved to the Villages, I went to a meeting, and that was 17 years ago. And at that meeting, this little lady got up and she said, "Sir, my name is Rose, and I want to know how I can avoid paying my dues in the Villages," which is a fee that everyone has to pay. She called them dues. And they're amenity fees. And they said, "Well, everybody has to." He said, "Why are you asking that?" And she said, "Because I pay my amenity fee, we don't have any food to eat." So, you know, I was new and I had not been in a community where I had ever heard that. So I thought, well, I need to do something. So I went to the current manager and I said, "This is what I heard, now what can we do?" And she said, "Aside from section 192 of statute in Florida, we can't do anything, but you can do whatever you think you can do to help." So I got a recreation center once a month. And one of the first things I did after that food just really hurt me was to get all of the food banks in the area under one roof, which they had never done. So all the food banks, which was we had a pretty good sized recreation room, and there were a lot of people there. So from meeting all of those people, voila, I met these great ladies, and it's been kind of a wild ride for me, but for them, it's been an extremely caring and loving ride. So we have a presentation. First, they were speakers at the club. So we have this, and I understand you're getting a new office. Oh, no time.
It's on the wish list.
Oh, okay. Well, when they wish hard enough, they usually get what they want. So this is for whatever wall you wish to put it on.
Thank you.
Okay.
Beautiful. Thank you
And
very much. This is the prettiest award we've ever had.
Oh,
good.
that's colorful, yeah.
Thank you.
And let's see, that was because you were guest speaker.
Okay, let's do the ceremony for that one. It starts off with Gloria. Gloria, if you'll come over here.
Okay.
We'll start the ceremony.
Okay.
Because it's coming under you.
Linda and Nancy, you're about to become the newest honorary member of the Rotary eClub of Florida. The Rotarian Carolyn Willette, who proposed you for membership, paid you a great compliment. They saw you in those characteristics which would make you a fine Rotarian. You have been approved by the responsible committee of the club, by the board, and by the members. And now our members will formally induct you into our club.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's
So,
very nice.
Phyllis,
And the next person's
yeah, you.
It's hard to be the conductor, the director, and everything else. Welcome to Rotary. Linda and Nancy, I stand before you to lead you into a new great adventure in friendship and in service to your vocation, to your community, and to your fellow man. You are joining 13 Rotarians in our club, around 2,000 Rotarians in the area, and over 1.2 million Rotarians in over 200 countries. And you'll have access to all those clubs. because you're a member. You just show them your ID and walk in that club meeting, especially in the villages and Lake County. All are businesses and professional people united by the common ideal of service. Amy?
Yeah, you're next. Here. Yeah, I have it right here. Sorry. Yeah, get it.
Amy is our treasurer.
You read this paragraph. Yeah,
In 1905, Paul Harris, a young lawyer in Chicago, experiencing the loneliness of a newcomer to a big city, wanted to become acquainted with individuals and other businesses and professions. On the evening of February 23rd, 1905, he met with 3 friends to discuss his ideas. From this beginning, they invited others to meet with them and began to rotate the meetings among each other's offices. From this rotation came the name Rotary. Their number soon became too great to meet in each other's offices, and the luncheon club was formed.
Anthony? There you go. Okay. I speak. Yes. Yeah. No. I speak here.
I speak from behind you to urge you forward in a new and great adventure to become a Rotarian. First, there are things you must learn. Most important is the object of Rotary International, which is to encourage and foster the ideal of service as a basis of worthy enterprise. Related to the ideal of service is our commitment to service above self, and our belief that he profits most who serves best. And of course, the famous 4-way test of the things we think, say, and do. First, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendships? Fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? And there are many books you can read. My Road to Rotary by our founder Paul Harris is one of the best. Here in his own words, you can learn the basic philosophy of fellowship. Most important is participation, which begins with regular attendance. Make Rotary an important part of your week. Learn how to make up attendance by visiting other clubs. To appreciate the broad scope of Rotary, you can attend the district assemblies and conferences, and if possible, an international convention. Linda and Nancy, soon you will hear the words Rotary Fellowship. Fellowship begins with acquaintance. So your first assignment in the club will be on the fellowship committee, greeting members and visitors as they come to our meeting.
Carolyn. Yeah, she's got it here. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I stand before you representing the members of our club to walk with you in this new and great adventure, all because of your service since you formed Love Extension, Incorporated 501c3. Your large group of volunteers deliver food to the homebound, disabled, poor, and those without transportation. Love Extension now has approximately 80 volunteers and over 600 clients. They work providing love in and around Lake County and the villages, Florida, USA. I know this from volunteering with the program. Here is your lapel pin. Wear it proudly. With this pin, you can attend meetings of any Rotary Club in the world. Linda and Nancy, you have been accepted as our newest honorary member. Each member is an experimental venture in service and the other high ideals of Rotary. The experiment starts now. You can become our greatest honorary Rotarian. If you will take this step in Rotary, please step forward with me and let our members welcome you to the club. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And this was all on Carolyn.
Thank you. Thank you. We have a beautiful van
that was donated by a Rotarian in the Villages because of Carolyn and Herman.
Sweet.
And it proudly displays his
Come up,
name.
Herman, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank
This was an unexpected
I
pleasure.
didn't have these framed, but.
Okay, we can do that.
And we've got them digital that you can share on your website, on your Facebook, etc.
Okay.
Carolyn, do you want to
Thank
hand
you.
me this? Or-
Okay,
Okay.
real close.
Okay. We had no idea why we were coming today. It was worth getting lost.
Thank you.
Thank you
You
very
too.
much.
A good picture, good picture. Anton? Yeah, come on, everybody. This is a
that'll be
club.
nice, yeah.
Oops, careful, no falling. Joe and Dan know them.
Thank you.
Let's get up behind each other or something. Yeah. Get a shingle. Can you get this all that junk in front of it? I'll have to cut out.
6 feet apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
This is 6 feet.
Not even 6 inches.
Just don't breathe.
Got it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Carolyn, I want you to stay up here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You may have a seat.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, congratulations. So, Carolyn, the highest honor that we could give an award is the Rotarian Award. But I felt like there were other folks that did really well, and so I created some additional awards, and I already gave a lot of them out, but I wanted to recognize you because all you did for the, introducing us, to the folks, and then also everything you did for the Paul Harris Foundation, and then even got us a guest speaker. I mean, you were exceptional. So I present you with this Club Service Award, for your help that you've given us. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Now, you're taking over the meeting now. And what we do is
I had my
Gavel's underneath.
Oh, see? All right. I'm taking over apparently. Is there anything anybody wants to bring up at this moment? Any business that you want to talk about? I know we had it all differed, but if there is anything you're pressing, you want to bring it up, this is the moment.
Right. 2 weeks, we're going to have a guest speaker that's going to talk about the COVID, what happened. She's a doctor in New York City and the Bronx. So, and it happens to be my daughter too. But she accepted the invitation. She's going to speak. So at noon, the more the merrier. If we could, listen to her. And she got the virus. So, and she remembers when she got it. So somebody asked for that. Yeah.
All right, Joe and Dan, do you have anything?
Yeah, I just want to thank, well, now that Carolyn is in the room, I'd like to thank Carolyn for all the work she did for the Rotary Foundation and by making your club 100% Paul Harris Fellow Club for this year. Congratulations and thank you for everything. Thank you.
All right, Dave, and I know we have Karen. I know you are remote there. Mark, you are remote. If you have anything to add to this meeting, please do so.
No, this is Mark. I think it was a wonderful meeting. I want to thank you guys for the recognition. And if you need any help or advice going forward, Dr. O knows where I'm at, and I think some of the rest of you do. So feel free to give me a call.
We need to get your address updated on the DAC-DB. You moved and we don't have it.
Yeah, I guess I got to do that, right?
If you want us to know where you are, that is.
All right, Karen, anything?
Actually, it's a CIA headquarters, Langley, Virginia.
Yeah, well, I just want to congratulate you, Anthony, on being the incoming president, and I'm just delighted to be part of this club. It's really inspiring to see all the wonderful work summarized from the past year, all these great awards, and I'm really looking forward to being involved. So, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for everyone who participated today. So let's do our forward test as we always do. Please stand. Of the things we think, say, or do, is it true? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will be beneficial to all concerned?
Is it fun?
And will it
Is
be
it
fun?
All right. All right, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Good luck.
Bye.
Good luck.